Hello, this is the alternate fuel worksheet. We had two articles to read and we had to enter a couple questions, so here they are. Number 1. How is diesel fuel different than gasoline? List 3 differences. Number 1. Gasoline contains hydrocarbon molecules with 5 to 12 diesel. With 5 to 12, diesel contains 10 to 24. Diesel molecules bind more strongly than gasoline, and diesel is more resistant to flow than gasoline, and winter diesel has a thick consistency similar to molasses or honey. What is the difference between oil and fat? Oil refers to fat that are liquid at normal room temperature. Fat refers to fats that are solids at normal room temperature. Number 3, this was a table that we had to complete. So the first step it says was intake, and for gasoline combustion engine, the intake, a mixture of air and gasoline is drawn in, and the diesel combustion engine is air is just drawn in. For compression in a gasoline combustion engine, the mixture is compressed, and in a diesel combustion engine, the air is compressed, which heats it up. Power in a gasoline combustion engine, a spark plug ignites the compressed gas, causing an explosion that forces pistons down. In the diesel combustion engine, the diesel is drawn in, and air-diesel mixture explodes due to the heat from the compressed air. For the exhaust on a gasoline combustion engine, when pistons goes up, it pushes out burned gas. And for a diesel combustion engine, when the heat piston goes up, it pushes out burned gas.
Gasoline and diesel engines work so differently because gasoline uses relatively small hydrocarbon molecules that separate easily, while diesel uses long, tangled molecules that do not separate as readily, and it takes a larger amount of heat. Also, in diesel, the source of heat comes from air under high pressure, which generates enough heat to ignite the vaporized form of diesel. But in gasoline, it's in the presence of a spark. Diesel engines need to be converted to run on biodiesel because biodiesel is more viscous than gasoline. Some advantages of using biodiesel versus petroleum-based diesel is that biodiesel is much more cleaner, a renewable energy, and it extends the engine life.
The advantages of a hydrogen-powered car is that the exhaust comes out as water, and that in gasoline cars it only uses 15 to 20% of its potential energy to move, and the rest is lost as heat. Hydrogen cars use 80% of all of its fuel's energy.
Explain how redox reactions are used to power the electric motor in hydrogen-powered cars. Oxidation reaction is 2H to 4H, 4E negative. Reduction reaction is O2 plus 4H positive plus 4E negative, 2H2O. Overall, 2H2 plus O2 equals H2O. All electrons lost by hydrogen at the anode is gained by the oxygen at the cathode.
What are the 3 main reasons that hydrogen-powered vehicles are more available? A. Even though hydrogen fuel cells are better for the environment, the hydrogen used by these cells need to be produced first. The most common source of hydrogen is natural gas or coal, but extracting hydrogen from these sources generate pollution. B. The storage of hydrogen on board a car is an obstacle. The hydrogen needed to drive 300 miles would require a tank larger than the trunk of most cars, leaving no room for cargo. C. Delivery of hydrogen to cars.